Okay, we are back, and now we are in part 3 of the Minecraft configuration and setup video tutorial series. This part's going to be kind of fun. We're going to get into Minecraft and we're going to learn about schematics. First, I should probably go over some of the vagaries with schematics before we get in there. I already have, because this video for me is just continuing just from like a second ago when I just into the last one. So I still have the Minecraft open with the Forge launcher ready to go. Make sure that you have selected your Forge launcher. If you're not using Forge and you're using something else that has WorldEdit installed, make sure you have that selected and ready to go. I think the WorldEdit for the other mod launcher programs is a bit different, so you'll have to know your way around that particular version of WorldEdit. In any case, we're going to go over real quick some of these directories. I believe I have my folder right here. So I have it set up similar to the words used for the Minecraft install. I have I don't know why I have a maps directory here. I guess I call it maps instead of world saves, but this is if I go back over here, this is your saves directory. I have it called maps because for me, I'm an old Unreal Tournament, Unreal type gamer from 100 million years ago when dinosaurs walked the earth and nobody knew what a 6 gigs of RAM was for a computer. But anyway, I call it maps because that's what it is to me. They're maps. But in Minecraft, speak, parlace, whatever you want to call it, it's saves. And then I have mods where all my mod files that I've downloaded, I have my resources. And this is texture in Minecraft parlance. I should just call this textures and be consistent instead of calling it what it says here. Resource goes, and we're going to have a whole video about this under the resource packs. Then I have a schematics directory. And really in here I just have my stuff. I just mix the schematics and the maps together. Take a look at all this stuff I've been collecting. And I learn from all of these people. That's what I have that there for, so that I can actually learn and look and see how other people have done stuff. But I've got about 20 gigs worth of that right now. My goodness. I got shaders in here. And shaders are called shader packs in Minecraft. And of course skins. I'm currently rocking a bleach skin, and I have a link to, I don't know if it was Final or Real Power. I should probably show you. You probably won't ever see my bleach skin because I don't ever do much of the outside perspective viewpoint. Yes, you did just see a naked lady if you looked real carefully, but she wasn't really naked. Well, she was naked, but you couldn't see anything. This is I'm expecting kids to be on this channel, so I don't want to be showing anything that would offend anybody. Although I think that our children should be, I think in protecting them we do them a disservice. I think that'd be the best way to say it. I don't know how to put it any other way. So I believe this is the Ichigo that I like, because the eyes I think are a little better. This is Ichigo, as I recall. It was when he came out of the training place between, I guess, the place between the spiritual dimension and earth dimension. I don't remember the name of it, but he came out of it, his hair was longer, and it was just a really awesome final fight. I won't go into details if you haven't seen it. So that's what I'm using for my skin. Before him, I had I don't like the eyes on this one. I had a pirate guy, but anyway. So I have skins there. That's a whole different process, how to use skins and stuff. I'm not going to go into that here. And I've got utilities just jammed in here and a bunch of different stuff in here. Some of the stuff I haven't even looked at. I just downloaded and I haven't even looked at it. Don't even know if it's worth anything. I just collect. I'm like a squirrel. I'm out picking up nuts. Yeah, that didn't sound right. Anyway, so we are going to show you where to put schematics in your Minecraft install. So when you get a schematic file, which you're going to have, I'll just use one of mine for demonstration. Maybe I don't have it here. Maybe I have it under schematics. Yeah, you'll get a .schematic extension on it. And you're going to look around your Minecraft directory and you're going to wonder, where the heck are they? Because they're not in saves and they're not in any of this other stuff. And then you go over here to config, you find a folder for WorldEdit. In WorldEdit, you find a folder for schematics, and that's where they are. And you can use folders in schematics. You can use a full path to a schematic through a folder system, like all of this stuff that I have here. But there's a trick. When you are using schematics, you cannot have spaces. Like this one right here, this 4-section farm, that won't load. Maybe there's a way to do it that I don't know, but I have never found a way to use it. I don't know if underscores work, so when I'm saving my schematics, what you'll see me do is I just have, well, I guess I did try once. Let's try to load that when we get into the game. I just do db and then I just do camel case, so in this case octohouse.schematic, and db of course being initials for my username at Minecraft. And this is the format that I would suggest you do. Put your unique initials or name if it's short enough in the front, and then the name of your item, and then if that item is the same name as somebody else's item, then it won't get confused. That's unlikely that you're going to find somebody with using the exact same name or initials as you and using the same item name as you. So this is a good way to name stuff and keep it so that it's easy and makes sense. So this is what I would recommend. And now we need to go in and show you how to work with these schematics. To take a schematic and get it running over into Minecraft, just copy them over into your config. It's .minecraft, remember, .minecraft, which is off of your users, your account name for your Windows computer, app data, roaming.minecraft, then config, and WorldEdit and schematics, and that's where you'll put them. And if you're smart, you'll probably want to, I shouldn't say it that way, it would be a smart idea to have a folder that is the username of whoever's schematics that you have installed here, and then when you open up that folder, you have all of their schematic files in there. That's usually a good idea, and I'll show you how to work with that. It's not very difficult. All we do is go here to properties, and you can see the path here. All you have to do when you want to load this is you'll do, I don't know if you have to do the slash or not, but you just do Kino trees in this case, and then a slash, and then ktree.1 or ktree1.schematic, excuse me. I'll try and demonstrate this now. So let's go ahead and load up. I've already got it selected on Forge Minecraft. This will take a second, and I cannot pause. I'm running OBS Studio, and as far as I know, I can't pause. I should double check that statement, so you'll have to bear with me. And that's one disadvantage of using Forge, is it takes about 300 years to load everything. I know that's a slight exaggeration. It only really takes about 100 years. But the advantage is I can run some stuff. I can do schematics, and I can load schematics. So I guess I'll review what we're going to do for the next parts real quick while that loads. Might just not waste time here. So in our next part, we're going to go over the world saves, or what I call maps. And I'll show you how to install them and how the folder directories have to be laid out in order for them to work. I'll probably also show you how to zip them up and get them ready to share at a place like Planet Minecraft. And I already explained some of the naming conventions here with the schematics. What we would do in the battle days of Unreal is we would have something called a README. And I stopped the tradition of using README, and I would just call it the name. So we would have a map like, back then I was also DB, but it was a different name. We would have a map name something like this. And I would just name the text file dbjungletemple.txt. But that would be a file where I would have a README, and that README would have the instructions as far as the install of everything, a little bit about the map, all of that kind of stuff. And then when I would zip it up, that's what I would call it. I'd call it db_jungletemple.zip. And I'm going to kind of teach a naming convention like that for Minecraft for your world saves, extending the using your initials idea from schematics. You can have spaces in your world saves, thankfully. But I think that we should all be sharing our worlds using this kind of format with either a short, if we have a short name, or our initials, and then some kind of, you can use a hyphen or some kind of space. I would recommend a hyphen like the dash, and then the name of the item. And then when people put that into their Minecraft save directory, you don't have to worry about, you know, overwriting if somebody else did a jungle temple, because there's going to be 50 jungle temples. Look up at Planet Minecraft if you don't believe me. I'm sure there's probably about 50 of them. I could be wrong, there might only be a dozen, but still, that's a lot to be overwriting and having problems with, so you have to find some way to name each one uniquely, so we don't overwrite the things we don't want to overwrite. So we loaded this up. We're going to go ahead and go to single player, and I guess I'll just load my old home world where we started with the diagonal build. We'll go to flat world. And I promised I'd show how to do a couple of different loading abilities here, so we'll do that. That actually loaded quicker than I've seen it load before. I'm kind of surprised. Here we go, our wonderful diagonal build tutorial landscape. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, and my encoder crashed. Hopefully it's not affecting the video on your end. So I need to press escape and figure out which one we're going to load first. So if I go here to schematics, Kino trees, let's do this one. So remember I said you could use a path for your schematic, so let's test that out here. Let's load this K tree 1 schematic. I don't know if it's case sensitive. Let's find out. So you want to go with Schem or schematic. Now some people recommend this MC Edit. I've stopped using it. I don't know if it's necessary, so I'm going to not do it. And I might not get this right the first time, so. And you don't need the dot schematic part. Hey, it loaded. Pardon the dog. She's barking over nothing. Okay, so now that we've loaded the schematic, we can paste it. So if we go / paste, it'll paste relative to however this particular schematic was loaded. And it looks like the way that I guess we'll call the mapper or builder, I guess builder's better, they did it behind. And it's floating over the ground, I think, a little bit. So this is one of Kino's trees. I did not make this. I want to make that clear. It's floating above the ground, so obviously I need to be dug into the ground a bit before I paste it. And that is demonstrating how to load something based on a path. / undo, we'll get rid of it. And let's show how to load one of these other schematics. So let's see what else we've got here. I'll use one of mine. Let's try this underscore and see if it works. That's what I said we'd try. I don't know if I have it in here. I should put a mine folder in here, shouldn't I? Okay, so db_octohouse. Will it work? Let's find out. / schem or schematic. Load. Mine. And I don't think it matters what direction the slash is. I'm just keeping it the same, but I think you can even do it this way and it'll work. I'm not 100% sure. Let's find out. See, it doesn't matter. Now, if I paste this, it should appear right in front of me, because that's the way I have done my stuff. Nope. Okay, so it wasn't that Kino made it behind. It was because I was facing in the different direction than... Okay, I got it. Excuse me on that one. Because I always, when I copy my schematics, I'm always facing like the middle front part of it. And I think what's going on here is I was facing this way, and it showed up behind me because the direction where I was facing, the middle part of it, was in this direction, which is pressing F3, facing south. This is a house I haven't shared anywhere, just a stupid little thing I built because I wanted to attack a woodland manor that I had found. So I built this little place so I could go attack it. Anyway, and because I did not use /A, what we see is it pastes in the air blocks as well. If facing this direction now, I do paste -A -A, what we'll see is now there's no hollow spot here on these corners because the air blocks were not pasted with the schematic. So keep that in mind. Now, there's rotations to keep in mind as well. If I say rotate -90, let's see, I was facing this way, so this is paste. Let's do an undo, and let's do //. Now it's on your clipboard, so when I say -90, it's now rotating what's on the clipboard. And what I should see is if I face this way and select paste, it should paste in front of me, because the minus should go to the left. Let's see if I'm right. And that is what we encounter. So keep that in mind. If you want to paste in this direction, you want minus. This is minus here. So this here is 0 in this particular case. This is -90. And then you would have -180 would be over here. Not 100% sure on that. This is +90 in this direction. Would 180 be negative? What would -180? Where would -180 even come in at? Anyway, minus to the left, positive is to the right. So negative values will take you to the left, positive values will take you to the right. Let's find out. We will undo. We will rotate it 90 back to its default position. We will now rotate -180. We will now paste it. And I didn't do the A, so we're going to get air blocks. So yeah, negative is in that direction. But what is the difference between back to 0 again? Now I'm going to rotate another 180 in the positive direction and paste. Not yet. I want to get away from this in case it pastes in front of me. Paste. So it looks like whether I use a positive 180 or a negative 180, it's going to be ending up in the same area. That's kind of strange. I never knew that before, but okay, so that is how you load a schematic. You simply get the name of the schematic, you do the schem load, the name of the schematic. You can put MC-edit if you want, but just schem load, name of the schematic, and then it will load it, and then you paste it. Okay, so now, what if we have a structure that we want to create a schematic from? What is the best process? Okay, well, let's go somewhere where I have a structure that we can easily create a schematic from. I've got sheep. These are all kind of big. Let's stick with something like right here. This is fine. Yep, this will work great. So first we need our wand. If you don't have your wand initially, and you probably won't, so let's say I don't have my wand anymore, I've lost it. Alright, I just need to type in //wand. You need your wand to be able to do your schematic. Now with the WorldEdit CUI that I've installed, I don't know if you did or not, I can now see my selections. And I have done a normal attack click here with the axe, just normal like your attack button. And then over here I've done the placement button. So for me, it's one of my mouse side buttons. It's the same block you use to place. Let's make sure I said that right. So if I go here, it goes wider. Yeah, the same block, same button you use to place blocks is where the second is, and the first is the button used to attack blocks. Okay, and that will select this area. Now you don't want to do like me and leave your little block there that doesn't belong there when you save the schematic, so you want to get rid of that. You want to find wherever it is that you want to call the front of your structure. In this case, I would probably want, here. This is where I will save it from. I'll save it right from the middle. We're just on the outside of this, so it saves right in front of me. And I will do //schem save. Now here's, let's try something. Let's save to a path. Mine / oh, wait a minute, I messed up. You've got to copy your selection and put it to the clipboard. //copy. Now you get a message that you've copied the blocks. Now you can save the schematic. Get that card. Ah, weather. And it's not // We don't want rain. Rain makes my computer lag. Okay, so now, schem, save, mine, and what will we call this? We'll call this DB stairs. See how I'm following the naming convention. You don't need a dot schematic or anything else, and I don't think it matters which direction your slash is. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and put it back to the normal, same as every other slash. Let's see if we get a thing called DB stairs, and I'm going to call this 07 because I don't know if I have other DB stairs. I wouldn't want to overwrite them. So schem save mine DB stairs. We're trying to save to a path. Press enter. It says it's saved, so let's find out if that's true. Press escape. And I've lost my folders. Why did I lose my folders? Gravy. I was trying not to show that picture. Oh, good. This is a safe one here. I don't know why I closed my folder for my tutorial. This is a safe picture, though. This one won't get anybody offended. Okay, so we want to go to my Minecraft directory. We want to go to config, WorldEdit, schematics, mine, and I can go by date modify it and find it, and there it is. So you can actually save and load to a path. And I don't need this in here, obviously. And I probably don't need this in here either. Alright, I need to update these schematics. So I think that covers it all. Let me see. Yes. I will see you in the next video. Please like, subscribe, share. If you liked the video, if you have any comments, please post them. And if you'd like to support me through Patreon, there's a link in the details section below. I would much appreciate it. In the next video, we're going to go over world saves. See you then.